We moved out here 8 years ago and never even dreamed that this would be a reality. And when we began to dream, we didn't know where to start. And so we started with one man, and he quickly said he didn't know what to do with us and said he knew someone who could. And he suggested that we call Jason Neathery. So that's how it got started.
So we called Jay and sat down with him to understand the process, because this was new for us, and they explained everything we could understand, and so we just said, hey, this is where we want to be.
And I will say that we came to this at a very, very low point in our life. We had just had a terrible loss, and although this had been in our plans, it would have been very easy to just walk off, but he made it very, very just a good thing for us at a very difficult time. And we're very, very grateful that he stuck with us, and it's a great job.
Well, I'm an engineer, and I've been doing engineering construction for 46 years, and so I enjoy the process a lot. Really, it started back in the design phase. Jay would go with us to every one of our design appointments and would help us understand relative costs and what it would take to build things, and that was very helpful.
I could see the dollar signs clicking in his face, and we knew to slow down.
Yeah, so that was really great. And then the other part of it is he had us go and look at all of the different options for the different allowances, so that we could get a feel for what kind of flooring we wanted, and tile and appliances, so that when they were, after the plans were finished and they did the quote for us, the bid for us, it had accurate allowances in it, and it proved to be great, because we stayed right on budget the whole time. So that was great. The second thing that I really enjoyed was the crafts. Before anything would happen, you would walk the job with the plumbing guys or the electrical guys or the trim guys, and it was amazing how they would look at those plans and say, I know this is what the plans say, but you really probably would like to do it this way. We ended up with extra air conditioning zones and things like that, because they took the time to get to know us and what our needs were. So that was really great. Enjoyed that thoroughly.
I think one of the things that I enjoyed the most was having people ask me questions that I didn't know to ask, so that I could make wise decisions. And from a wealth of photos and examples of things they had done previously, we can make choices that really suited our needs, so that our home works for our lifestyle, not making our lifestyle work because of the home we have.
Yeah, and I think one other thing, Keith Thompson worked with us. He was our superintendent the whole time, and we knew exactly what was going to be happening next. And they have a software tool that they use called Co-Construct, that you can see your schedule, all the finances, everything you need is laid out there. Now, we were fortunate in that we could be out here most of the time, but if you're not able to do that, they're able to put pictures on and show you the progress right on your computer, and that was really great. But we always knew what was coming up next, what we needed to be prepared for. I mean, like he would say, okay, the electricians are coming in next. These are the kind of questions they're going to ask. Based on your plans, this is what I think is the direction you want to go. So that when they did come and ask those questions, we could answer them.
There are no words to describe how happy we've been with the home. From the design to the actual, it's life that happens out here. It's perfect for our lifestyle, whether it's just Jay and I, or we bring in a large crowd of people. And we do, and they stay sometimes for days, and it's a beautiful thing because the house is flexible enough to allow that to happen. I have to jump back in and just say that I feel like the fact that JW and Keith have become close family friends is just nothing short of an absolute miracle. To go through a build and come out friends with the people, you can't ask for much more than that. We are so happy with the house. We're happy with the fact that it can it can meet so many people's needs at the same time. And something about the sound, you can still think when people are doing things in the game room. So that's pretty awesome too. The kitchen works with 4 or 5 people cooking at the same time, and just fun design. They are very creative. They're very willing to listen to your thoughts. I couldn't recommend anyone more highly.
And obviously I have a lot of engineer friends, and they've all come in and just go around and just can't believe the craftsmanship that has gone into it. One of the guys who is a builder himself went upstairs into the attic and was looking. He started talking about how well it was designed, how well it was built, and he just had a great time. And we have a friend that's a decorator. As a matter of fact, the mirror over here was his design. We didn't know it. We just got it, and he came in and said, "Hey, that's mine." So it was great, but he looked at the detail and just said, "You just don't see this kind of detail." He said, you guys just had a great building."